A cordial welcome to the students of BA, BSc and BCom second year. I am R. Sucharita, Government Degree College, Khairatabad, Hyderabad Department of English. So today we are going to learn about grammar connectives. So it is on page number 69 in your textbooks, so you can observe. So, grammar connectives. So, what are these connectives we are going to learn in this chapter? So, read and compare the paragraphs A and B, which paragraph is easier to read. Which paragraph is easier to read? Why? What are the differences? Underline the expressions that make it more reader friendly. So you have the paragraph A at the left side in your textbooks. I hope you have opened and see on the right side you have paragraph B. So I'm going to read paragraph A. In speech or in writing, linking words are useful in several ways. They help us in conveying our thoughts in a meaningful manner. The linkers made it possible for us to initiate and develop the main idea of the paragraph. They help us illustrate and provide supporting details. They make it easy to progress from one idea to another by joining one sentence with another. They help a better understanding of the ideas presented in a paragraph or an essay. Using too many linkers can affect the structure and coherence of the paragraphs. Now I'm going to read paragraph B. In speech or in writing, linking words are useful in several ways. For example, they help us in conveying our thoughts in a meaningful manner. Secondly, the linkers make it possible for us to initiate and develop the main idea of the paragraph. Thirdly, they help us illustrate and provide supporting details. Next, they make it easy to progress from one idea to another by joining one sentence with another. Finally, they facilitate better understanding of the ideas presented in a paragraph or an essay. However, using too many linkers can affect the structure and coherence of the paragraphs. I hope you have understood just by reading the paragraphs what is the difference between paragraph A and B. I hope most of you all you have caught the points. So, in speech or in writing, linking words are useful in several ways. They help us in conveying our thoughts in a meaningful manner. The linkers make it possible for us to initiate and develop the main idea of the paragraph. They help us illustrate and provide supporting details. They make it easy to progress from one idea to another by joining one sentence with another. They facilitate better understanding of the ideas presented in a paragraph or an essay. Using too many linkers can affect the structure and coherence. Coherence means it is the quality of being logic and constant of the paragraphs. So, A is just a paragraph when you are jotting down or taking down. It is something like that, paragraph A. But when you observe paragraph B, it is well organized and it is more reader friendly. When two are given, so just if you have a glance of paragraph A and paragraph B, you are more interested, or your eyes catch paragraph B because it is more reader friendly, it is easy to read, and it is very easy to remember. So, see how it is, because they are linked with connectives. So, like that. Now, in speech or in writing, linking words are useful in several ways. For example, they help us in conveying our thoughts in a meaningful manner. This is something like the first initial one. Then, secondly, the linkers make it possible for us to initiate and develop the main idea of the paragraph. Thirdly, they help us illustrate and provide supporting details. Next, they make it easy to progress from one idea to another by joining one sentence with another. Finally, they facilitate better understanding of the ideas presented in a paragraph or an essay. However, using too many linkers can affect the structure and coherence of the paragraphs. So, immediately you can give the answer that paragraph B is very well organized. Why? Words such as, for example, secondly, thirdly, next, finally, however, all these, with these words, the paragraph is very easy for us to understand it immediately and to remember what is written in the paragraph. So, this secondly, thirdly, next, finally, however, they are only called as connectives. So, hope you have understood. So, with these connectives, when you add connectives in the paragraph, then it is more reader friendly and you feel interested because it is better organized, or it is well organized because of these connectives. Paragraph B has the following features. What are those following? What are those features? The first one, you can say it is better organized. It is well organized with the connectives like secondly, thirdly, next, finally, and however. And the next feature is it is very easy to understand, or it is easier to understand. Then the third feature is it progresses smoothly from one idea to another. So you can easily understand all the ideas because it progresses very smoothly from one idea to another. And the fourth one is it is coherent. That I told you what is coherent. Coherence. It is the quality of being logic and constant. So it is logical and it is constant and it is cohesive. Cohesive means it is all the ideas stick to each other. Sticking to each other is only called as cohesive. So connectives are a variety of words and phrases that can be used to link sentences and organize text. Connectives help in establishing connections within and between sentences. These linking words are like signposts that indicate how ideas are connected to each other and how one idea leads to another. Just as signposts tell us what is coming next, connectives help us anticipate what is coming next in the paragraphs. Connectives thus help the reader move smoothly from one idea to another, from one paragraph to the next. So you can see, or you can take a look at some more examples. So like that, what are connectives? Connectives are nothing but they are a variety of words and phrases. You know words and you know what are phrases. More than one word is called as a phrase. Two word phrases also we have. So that can be used to link sentences. They are used to link or connect sentences and organize the text. This is the duty of the connectives. Then connectives, they help in establishing connections within and between sentences. Between very long sentences also you can use the connectives. So these linking words, how are they? They are compared to the signposts that indicate how ideas are connected to each other. We have seen paragraph A and paragraph B. Which paragraph is easier to understand? Everybody, 100% will tell that it is B. B is an organized paragraph. It is so easy to understand. It is so coherent and it is so cohesive. Why? Because of these linking words like secondly, thirdly, next, finally, and however. These are only called as connectives or linking words, and they are like what? They are like signposts, SIGN, sign, POSTS, pose. Other, and how one idea leads to another. So just as signposts tell us what is coming next, what is coming next, connectives help us anticipate what is coming next in the paragraphs. So it will tell us what is coming next. They help us to know what is coming next in the paragraphs. So connectives, they help the reader move very smoothly from one idea to another and from one paragraph to the other paragraph or to the next one. Now we'll see some more examples. Interest rates on home loans were cut. As a result, home construction increased. So, interest rates on home loans were cut. This is a sentence. Then, the next sentence is as a result, home construction increased. That means as a result. As a result is the connective. Then the next example, the state government has given them free reimbursement. Furthermore, it has also promised them jobs. So the state government has given them free reimbursement. Furthermore is the connective in this sentence. It has also promised them jobs. So that is the way how we use connectives in the sentence. Then the hotel was not very expensive, yet there were not many customers. So the hotel was not very expensive, yet is the connective. Yet there were not many customers. I don't use eggs to bake a cake. I use cream instead. I don't use eggs to bake a cake. I use cream instead. Instead is the connective. I will finish typing this. Meanwhile, you get the papers in order. I will finish typing this. Meanwhile is the connective. You get the papers in order. So, or in all the 5 sentences, which are examples, the first one is as a result is the connective, second furthermore, third yet, fourth instead, and fifth is meanwhile. Now, connectives convey different types of relation. They can be classified into different categories based on the function they perform. Adding connectives are used to add further information. Example, air conditioners use a lot of energy. Additionally, they cause pollution. Sequencing connectives help develop the logical sequence of ideas and show a chronological order. Example, initially he invested a small amount, later he asked his friends to invest in it. Emphasizing connectives help highlight certain points. Example, hard work, especially if you wish to top the class. Comparing connectives compare two ideas to show similarity. Example, he is clever, similarly, his brother is intelligent. Contrasting connectives show the difference between two ideas. Example, I am tall, whereas my sister is short. Cause and effect connectives explain why something happens. Example, the girl missed her bus. Consequently, she was late for her class. Illustrating connectives are used to provide examples. Examples, she eats a lot of fruits such as apples, bananas, watermelons, etc. So, all these are different types of connectives and they connect they convey different types of relation and they are classified into different categories. So the first one is adding connectives, then second one is sequencing connectives, then third one is emphasizing connectives, fourth one comparing connectives, fifth one contrasting connectives, sixth one cause and effect connectives, and seventh one is illustrating connectives. So what are these adding connectives? The first one, it is used to add further information. Now, for example, air conditioners use a lot of energy. Additionally, they cause pollution. Now, this additionally is called as adding connective. Then the second one is sequencing connectives. So, what is this sequencing connectives? They develop the logical sequence of ideas and show a chronological order. That is only called as sequence. So that is the duty of sequencing connectives. Now for example, initially he invested a small amount. Later he asked his friends to invest in it. So initially is the sequencing connective. Later is the sequencing connective. So it is showing the chronological order. So that is why it is called as sequencing connectives. Then number 3 is emphasizing connectives. What are these emphasizing connectives? They help us highlight certain points. You know what is this emphasize? Emphasize means to put some stress. Okay, that is only called as emphasizing connectives. So they highlight certain points. For example, work hard. You can observe there is some emphasis, putting some pressure. Work hard, especially if you wish to top the class. So, especially is the emphasizing connective. Hope you have understood. If you wish to top the class, then you have to, especially you have to work hard. Then the fourth one is comparing connectives. What are these comparing connectives? They are used to compare two ideas to show similarity. To show comparing two ideas are only called as comparing connectives. Now, for example, he is clever. Similarly, his brother is intelligent. So, there is a comparison between him and his brother. So, that is why the comparing connective is he is clever. Similarly, his brother. Similarly is the comparing connective. Then, number 5, contrasting connective. Show the difference between two ideas. The difference between two ideas is only called as contrasting connective. So, example is I am tall whereas my sister is short. You can see the contrast here in the sentence. I am tall whereas is the contrasting connective, whereas my sister is short. The difference between me and my sister is clearly indicated, whereas is the WHERE, where AS is called as contrasting connective. Then the next one is cause and effect connectives. They explain why something happens. That is only why this is happening is only called as cause and effect connectives. The girl missed her bus. Consequently, she was late for her class. So, it is explained what is the cause, why she is late. So, the girl missed her bus. That is the cause. Consequently, effect. So, consequently, she was late for her class. So, consequently is only called as cause and effect connective. Then the next one, that is the last one, the seventh one, illustrating connectives. What are these illustrating connectives? They are used to provide examples. Illustration means immediately you understand that it is an example. So, illustration is equal to example. So, illustrating connectives, they are used to provide examples. Example, she eats a lot of fruits such as apples, bananas, watermelons. So, such as is called as illustrating connectives. So, what are those fruits? Example is given. What is that example connective or illustrating connective? It is such as. So, such as apples, bananas, watermelons, etc. So, there are all these are the different types of connectives. So, totally you have 7 different types of connectives. Now we will practice. There are several other connectives that perform different functions. So take a look at the words given in the box and find out their meaning with the help of a dictionary. You can see in your textbook on page number 70. But therefore, but you can say, but is a connective. Therefore, soon, for instance, surely, in fact, hence, for example, also, however, in the meantime, on the other hand, furthermore, thus, an example of this, consequently, nevertheless, initially, first, finally, next, as a result, on the contrary, moreover, while, whereas, in the first place, after a short time, certainly, undoubtedly, in other words, presently, nonetheless, so, in spite of, take the case of, indeed, in fact, besides, likewise, in contrast, true, truly, in addition, for instance, meanwhile, yet, because, unless, similarly, eventually, alternatively, besides, notably, briefly, both. So all these are the connectives, and it is better you practice them, and then you can take a look at these words which are given in this big box, and you can find out their meanings with the help of a dictionary, and may frame some own sentences so that you remember them. Now write the connectives against the appropriate category in the columns given below. One word in each column is given as an example. Add as many you can for each category. So there is a box here, and in the first column meaning is given, and in the second column connective. Addition is meaning and connective is both. Contrast is the meaning, and then connective is but. So similarity, likewise, cause, oblique reason, because, effect oblique result is as a consequence, time is until, example such as list, initially, summarizing briefly. Then now we are going to see the first exercise. So the first exercise on page number 71 in your textbook, choose the appropriate connective. Choose the appropriate connective. Dash, we started late, comma, we still arrived in time. In the bracket, it is given as although, oblique, in spite of. So what is the right answer? Is it although or is it in spite of? So although is the right answer. Although we started late, we still arrived in time. Then the second one, many people in the office tried to help us. They were friendly, dash. In the bracket, TOO2 oblique as well. Many people in the office tried to help us. They were friendly too. TOO2. 2 is the correct answer. I love carom, dash. My friends prefer cricket. In the bracket, furthermore, FURTHER. Furthermore, oblique, whereas, WHEREAS, whereas. So, I love carom, whereas is the correct answer. Whereas my friends prefer cricket. Dash, I didn't know anyone at the party. I left early. In the bracket, AS as oblique SO so. So, as is the correct answer. As I didn't know anyone at the party, I left early. Then the last one in the first exercise, Manu wanted to watch the film. Dash, he fell asleep halfway through. In the bracket, BUT but oblique BECAUSC because. Manu wanted to watch the film, but is the right answer. But he fell asleep halfway through. Now we are going to see the second exercise. We are going to see the second exercise. Fill in the gaps with a suitable connective. More than one connective may be possible. So they took a map along, dash, they lost their way. They took a map along, yet they lost their way. They lost their way. So we'll see exercise number 2 now. They took a map along, dash, they lost their way. So we have seen yet they lost their way, and you can also write even then they lost their way. You can write yet or even then. Then the second one, she had sprained her ankle, dash, that she managed to participate in the dance competition. She had sprained her ankle. In spite of that, she managed to participate in the dance competition. So, in spite of is the correct connective. Then the next one, my handwriting is terrible, dash, my sister's handwriting is beautiful. My handwriting is terrible, whereas my sister's handwriting is beautiful. So you can say, but my sister's handwriting is beautiful. Or you can say, on the other hand, my sister's handwriting is beautiful. Then number 4, she came late to the exam hall. Dash, she forgot to bring a pen. She came late to the exam hall. Moreover is the right connective. Moreover, she forgot to bring a pen. Or you can say besides. Besides, she forgot to bring a pen. Or you can say furthermore, she forgot to bring a pen. Or you can say in addition, she forgot to bring a pen. So I felt moreover is the suitable connective. Then number 5, he is a bad driver. Dash, he hasn't had any accidents. He is a bad driver, but he hasn't had any accident. But is the connective. Or you can write yet he hasn't had any accidents. Or nevertheless also you can write. Then see the third exercise. Link the sentences in a logical way with an appropriate connective. Do not repeat the connective. The firm was doing badly. The firm was doing badly. It was closed. There are two sentences here. The firm was doing badly. It was closed is the next sentence. So you can add the connective so and link the sentences with so. So like this you can do. The firm was doing badly, so it was closed. Just add so in between these two sentences and write one single sentence. The firm was doing badly, so it was closed. So is the answer. Then it is your money, full stop. You can do what you like with it. It is your money is the first sentence. You can do what you like with it is the second sentence. So you can link both these sentences with the word hence, H-E-N-C-E. It is your money, hence you can do what you like with it. So the third one, you can see here, the third one on page number 72, the program was cancelled. All the tickets had been sold out. The program was cancelled is one sentence, and the second one is all the tickets had been sold out. So the program was cancelled, however, link the two sentences with the connective called however. However, all the tickets has been sold out. Then it's very hot is the first sentence. Then turn on the air conditioner is the second sentence. Now you have to link them. How do you link them? You can link with since, S-I-N-C-E. Since is the connective. Since it's very hot, turn on the air conditioner. That is the way how you link. Then the last one, I slipped and fell is the first sentence. I fractured my knee joint is the second sentence. I slipped and fell. I fractured my knee joint. So you can connect with the connective as in the beginning. As I slipped and fell, I fractured my knee joint. That is the way how you connect. So we have finished the third exercise. Now we are going to see the fourth exercise. The first sentence. Read the sentences and correct the errors in the use of connectives. So you have to read the sentence and you have to find out where the error is and correct and rectify it. I will call you wherever I have the results. So I will call you wherever I have the results. So where is the error? Wherever is the error or the mistake. So remove wherever and write down when. So it should be corrected with the word or connective when. I will call you when I have the results. When is the answer. Then the next one. You keep my books when you like. You keep my books when you like. So when is the error? So how should you correct when? You keep my books. You keep my books wherever you like. Wherever is the correct answer. Wherever. Then the third one. My sister went shopping. Moreover, she didn't buy anything. So, my sister went shopping. Moreover is the error. Moreover is the error. So, how you can correct that error? You can correct the error with however. My sister went shopping. However, she didn't buy anything. The next one. My nephew is good at languages because my niece is good at maths. My nephew is good at languages because my niece is good at maths. So because is the error. So my nephew is good at languages, whereas that because should be removed and it should be replaced with whereas. Whereas my niece is good at maths. It was getting late, though the guests didn't leave. It was getting late, though the guests didn't leave. So, though is the error. It was getting late, though the guests didn't leave. So, how you have to rectify or correct? Though it was getting late, the guests didn't leave. So, like that, you have to rewrite the whole sentence and correct it. Though it was getting late, the guests didn't leave. That is the way. And then exercise number 5. The official added the principal secretary, Ministry of Transport would be heading the committee. So this is the first sentence. So your job is to rearrange the jumbled sentences in a proper order using the hints provided by the connectives. So the first one is the official added that the principal secretary, Ministry of Transport, would be heading the committee. And then, in spite of this damage, the two vehicles managed to reach the nearby depot. Then the next one was a sleeper bus going to Hyderabad. Then the fourth one, however, because of the heavy rain, the drivers could not see the danger until a few seconds before the collision. Eyewitnesses said that neither of the vehicles was speeding at the time of the accident. On Friday night, two buses collided in heavy rain on NH65. Consequently, there was no time for them to avoid the accident. Luckily, there was no loss of life, but the drivers and 5 passengers sustained minor injuries. Both the vehicles suffered considerable damage, though. A spokesperson for the RTA said a committee of inquiry would be set up to investigate the matter and look into the causes. The other one was a Volvo bus in which a marriage party was traveling from Hyderabad to Pune. So all these are jumbled up, all these sentences, and your job is to write them correctly. So the sixth sentence will be the first sentence, and then comes the third sentence, and then 11th sentence, and then 8th sentence, then ninth sentence, second sentence, fifth sentence, then fourth sentence, then seventh sentence, then 10th sentence, and then first. So last comes the first sentence. So this is the order that these jumble sentences will be in a proper order. So it is 6, 3, 11, 8, 9, 2, 5, 4, 7, 10, and 1. So with this we have completed grammar connectives. So in the next video we are going to do the next chapter. So until then, thank you.